What's up, guys? Been doing a lot of work earlier this morning. It's now afternoon. Cleaned out this greenhouse you see behind me. We got a lot of empty space. Had a lot of pansy and snapdragon dianthus baskets here. We now moved those outside. I'll show you those in just a little bit. Before we do that, though, I want to show y'all, if you watch a lot of nursery channels on YouTube, Savvy Dirt Farmer, Craig Odom is his name. I purchased some plugs from him, crepe myrtle plugs, and I have 50 plugs here. There's like, I think 5 plugs in each of these bags here. And so I'm fixing to plant those into some trade 2 or some trade 2 pots or some gallon pots, whatever I can find. Here between the 2 greenhouses, I've got some old pots full of potting soil. Last fall and over the winter, early winter, I had tomatoes growing these, and I was planning on having tomatoes like for sale in the winter time here. That plan did not work out. These are trade 2 pots though, so I'm thinking I can take these pots here and put my crepe myrtles in them. So as I said, I had tomato plants in these trade 2 pots here earlier in the fall. So I'm gonna go through and just dig the stem out here. Potting soil is very expensive, especially this Pro Mix here that's in this pot. And so I'm going to try to reuse this since it's a perennial plant. I feel okay doing that. If this was something like a tomato plant or a pepper annual flower, I would not feel as comfortable doing so. We have each variety. I think we have 10 plants of each variety. I think there's 5 varieties. This variety here is called Miss Francis, not sure. We're going to do 2 plugs per pot. That should give us 25 pots of 25 crepe myrtles. If you're curious to see what a dormant crepe myrtle looks like, that's what they look like. That's nothing fancy, they're just dormant little plugs. This right here is what a planted pot looks like. So I'm gonna wait until these plants start waking up for the spring to put any fertilizer, and we'll come back through and top dress these with some Osmocote slow release fertilizer. Finally got all of our crepe myrtles planted. So I have 5 pots right there. And then I have pots over here as well. You see I have them separated by variety. I've got each variety tagged. I've got to come through and print tags for these crepe myrtles. So there's 2 plugs per pot. I do have a tag printer, but something quick I wanted to do to tag each pot. Surely the tag, we're gonna put them in rows of 5. There's 5 plants of each variety, 5 varieties. Just come in here and make a tag. Twilight's this one. There's Natchez, Sooks, that type of thing. The plug liners cost me $107 for 50 plugs. So definitely not cheap for 50. So you'll basically say a little over $2 per plug, and then so I got 2 plugs per pot. So I have over $4 tied up in the plugs per pot, and then another $1 for the pot and the soil. So $5 just to get my money back now. So we'll probably get $18 to $20 a pot for these. But now I'm gonna go set them on our grow pad. Pretty much that's where they're gonna stay. We may move them around place to place outside, but we'll water them, feed them with fertilizer when they wake up for the spring, and that's pretty much it on crepe myrtles. I figured these plants will take probably at least by fall they'll be ready to sell. It may be next spring before they're ready to sell. It's a long game with plants, but overall pretty happy with these plugs, and hopefully they do well. The next thing I'm working on this afternoon is I had a grower friend message me the other day asking if I had any deal for sale this spring, which I'm going to sell some deal plants. But I'm going to grow her out a plug tray of deal plants. The seed's not very expensive, so probably won't charge very much to grow these out. I've got this deal here. This is what deal seed looks like if you're not familiar with deal. And yes, it smells just like deal, but I take a little pinch and poke in each little plug tray. Or I poke little divots in the plug tray and then come back and drop my seed. So I just take a pinch of seed. Deal's very small, and just put a little pinch in each little divot. Nothing complicated. Figure for my girlfriend, these will be ready in about 4 to 5 weeks, give or take, maybe 3, I don't know. Pretty much it, the planting deal. Folks, drop the seed in the little holes, and then throw a little pot mix back on top of it and water it in, and 4 or 5 weeks, this will be $25 for me. Part of running a successful nursery operation is you have to be constantly getting new plants in, or you constantly have to be growing new plants. In our case, we grow most of the plants we sell, so I'm constantly seeding and transplanting new crops every single week. This afternoon, I'm planting broccoli green magic. I thought I planted some last week, but I did not. Only planted cabbage. And then I have 5 types of marigolds here that I'm going to seed. And then also, I have a pack of rosemary seed here we're going to plant as well. Again, I'm using the standard 288 count cell tray to seed all of these crops this afternoon. So we got all 5 of those flat seeded, some marigolds, rosemary, and green magic broccoli. You see here we got tons of seedlings coming up. I have something new coming up pretty much every day. We've got hibiscus coming up right there. I'm kind of amazed by that. But anyways, so we've got that coming. We've got Bravo cabbage coming up, doing great. A lot of different types of things coming up. Just looking forward to all the growth here. The citronella, now that we finally got some warm weather, and the greenhouse is getting up to 90 degrees here today, the citronella is really starting to grow. We have more coming in. I'm going to show you, I'll be filming our flood liners that come in and try to do some unboxing video on that. If you watch us on Facebook, I'll probably film a short on this tomorrow. I have 40 flower and hanging baskets going to a local co-op near me that I actually do business with. So I'm excited to be able to make that sale. You spend a lot of money in the nursery season early in the season. So the bank account gets pretty low. So I'm looking forward to some good income. This ain't a lot of income. 40 baskets, be $440. But still money nonetheless. And then I got 30 blueberry bushes to deliver tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Something else that I added to the nursery recently. Now I did not grow these blueberry bushes. This spring I'm going to really focus on trying to figure out how to propagate blueberry bushes. But I went and picked up over 500 trade 1 blueberry bushes. They're beautiful plants. I have 4 different varieties. This back in January helped us stay afloat because I made some pretty decent money on blueberries back last month. So plan to do it again as well here at the nursery. This morning we spent about 2 hours moving all these pansy baskets, which is what I just showed you where I'm taking to the co-op tomorrow. There's about 200 out here, so a lot of walking back and forth. But this is where we're going to end the video for today, guys. If you hadn't already, please subscribe to us. It really helps the channel out. I'm going to be posting every Tuesday night and Saturday morning. I'm not going to make it 5 p.m. tonight, but I'm aiming to make it at 5 p.m. on Tuesday night and 7 a.m. on Saturday. Thank y'all.